I can't.
You have to.
I don't know what to say.
Lorenzo, this is no time to be insecure. You have to talk to these people convincingly, or a lot of other people die, including us.
Alcazar, everything's fine. Well, then you've been misinformed. Now there's no need for your interference. I have everything under control. Look, if anything comes up or our plans are being disrupted, I will let you know. Until then, you're just gonna have to trust me. I hope to God you know what you're doing.
That's it. That has to be it. Sophie Germain was the love of Alcazar's life, and it makes sense. 767 is SOP.
And the rest works out to be 443.
That's the code, Sonny. It's the code. Those numbers will stop the briefcase from self-destructing. It's exactly what Craig wants to get us out of here.
Or at least one of us.
I hope you enjoyed your last act on Earth.
I decide who lives or dies.
He just killed one of our men.
Silence! Show's over, kiddies. Go back to whatever you were doing.
Okay, we're good to go.
You open the vault?
Once I press this button, the override goes into effect.
I knew it. I knew it. You're exactly what Manny was. You are a cold-blooded killer. I want to hear you admit it. Come on, say it, you freak! Say it!
Bravo! Sweet Sam finally showing off her true color.
Take care of this.
Hey, Father.
Hold it right there.
Somebody's getting trigger happy in there. We haven't got another hour to wait for that vault to open.
But we don't know whether that was actually targeted or if it's simply a warning.
Simply a warning. My daughter is in there, man. If she comes out feet first with a bullet in her head, am I supposed to care about this distinction?
Look! We know that Mr. Craig wants Alcazar's briefcase. That's the reason for this whole debacle. Once he gets it, he's gonna need live hostages, and he knows it. Get him on the phone.
Oh, great. Great. And if my daughter is eating bullets while you're chatting on the phone...
Dad, calm it down a notch.
Look, if you plan on storming that lobby in the next hour, I need to set up a triage area now.
We've got paramedics on site.
Paramedics? Mac, that's not enough. You're crazy if you think Robin's going to be the only casualty. We need to be able to save multiple lives simultaneously, which means a team of ER doctors standing by. When dealing with gunshot wounds, we don't have time. Robin's already been in there way too long. She doesn't have time to get into
I got it. I'll call a hospital. I'll send personnel. I'll have a triage set up within the hour.
Rodriguez, one more thing I want you to take care of before we storm the hotel. I want you to arrest Luke Spencer.
You know, I need to find a way out of this nightmare.
I hate to be the voice of doom here, but no matter how tonight plays out, you're trapped. We're trapped. Those covert ops people you just talked to, they're not about to let their most powerful gunrunner go quietly into the night. Now, with everything they think you know.
How am I supposed to do this? I don't even remember working with these people or why I did. How am I supposed to pretend like I know what I'm doing when I don't even comprehend what's going on?
Perception is everything, right? You'll act like you're in control, and if you can't, then I will do what needs to be done. That is, of course, until you are in a position to resume power.
How do you propose to do that?
That'll be just like the phone call. When people come to you, I will tell you what to say, how to act. Okay? You just follow my lead.
I may be different than I was before, but I know one thing. I never made you privy to the inner workings of my business. So bluffing is one thing. What you're talking about is something else altogether. It's not going to work.
It has to work. There's no other choice. It's the only way to protect all of us.
Why bother? Air in here gets hotter by the minute.
It won't
be much longer. The vault is set to open in an hour and a half, give or take.
Have you given any more thought to my plan?
It could work, except for the part where you and I make a run for it.
Okay, well, what's our alternative? I mean, you can't actually think you're gonna walk away from this, do you? The cops are probably swarming this place by now, and they're not gonna wait forever. Eventually, they're just gonna start shooting their way in, and once that door opens, you're gonna have two choices. Surrender or die.
Maxie, you're the one that's in danger. We'll plan this all out. He's gonna come in here, grab this briefcase, blow up the lobby, and cover the team's escape by killing the hostages.
You could actually help him do that?
Dump him in the supply closet and hurry back. No, DA Lansing, I'm not interested in anything you have to say! Dr. Emily, you already have a patient. You, Nurse Elizabeth, check on the rabid dog. Now! What's the verdict?
He's alive. Barely. My God, there's so much blood. I need some help.
Just tell me what to do.
Oh, you can't risk making your own bleeding worse. Sam! I need you to help me.
Oh, come on, I don't want to do it.
Sam, please. The next time a hostage attacks one of us, don't hesitate. Shoot to kill. Got it?
Sister-in-law seems to have her hands full, and I'd hate to make you all bloody. And I won't if your weird little friend here made progress.
Look, no worries, okay? I got the override running like I said, okay? Your vault will be open in a half an hour.
Well, before the cops are expecting it. Good work, Mr. Jekyll. You may have just saved Lulu's life.
If you have a plan, you need to tell me about it before Craig gets back in here.
The cops know what Craig wants by now, and I can bet all the money I have that they're gonna storm that lobby as soon as the vault
That
opens.
means Craig knows it too.
That's right. And he's gonna want to run with that briefcase. He's not gonna be able to do it because he doesn't have the access code. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give it to him in exchange for your release.
You can't do that.
One of us has to stay alive for our children.
Well, you know what? I know the code too. So who's to say I'm not going to tell him that and use it for your release instead?
You can't put me back in jail. My wife bailed me out.
Okay, well, I'm charging you again. Obstruction of justice.
You got a pretty thin skin, don't you, Lansing? All I did was point out that your plan has some faults.
I really don't have time to argue with you, Luke. Okay, could you please cuff him?
Come on, Mac. You know that if Lucky and I hadn't taken Dr. Quartermain out of there, you'd already have one dead man in the debit file.
And we're grateful for that.
Yeah, well, show some gratitude. I got family in there, just like you do. Don't take me out of the loop. I might be some help.
Sorry, Luke. This time I have to side with the DA. There's no way you'll stay on the sideline. As soon as we turn our back, you'll go in there to rescue Lulu. I can't allow that.
Okay, fine. Are we all happy now? What are you waiting for? Could you please take him downtown?
Will you at least let my dad stay on the scene until my sister
Lucky,
is
your
out?
father is a loose cannon. I don't think I have to explain that to you.
Arrogant bastard. You're gonna get a bunch of
60
people
seconds
killed.
with your father, and he'll convince you to do whatever he wants.
You don't fool me. Not for a minute. You don't believe in this rinky-dink operation. You want to save Maxie and Robin yourself, but you haven't got the guts. And you can't take me standing here reminding you of that.
Get up, okay? Come on.
You know what your problem is? You need to see the hostages as people just like you see me.
No, I don't.
You know, I don't have many girlfriends. Women don't seem to like me for some reason. But I did recently make one friend. Her name's Sam. She's in love. trying to have a baby. I'm pretty sure that's what she would be doing right now if she wasn't being held up in the lobby with your psycho partners. And then there's Nicholas. I mean, he just got his son back from a kidnapper, and he would probably be at home celebrating right now with the love of his life if he wasn't here. And yeah, I know it sounds corny to say love of his life. But Nicholas and Emily, they have this real-life fairy tale romance. Did I mention Emily's in there too? So's my cousin, Robin. She's a doctor. Robin's life has real value, not just to me and my family or her boyfriend Patrick, but to the world.
I don't need to hear this.
And then there's Elizabeth. I mean, I can't stand her, but doesn't mean I want her to die. I mean, she's carrying Lucky's baby. Not only would you be killing her, but you would be responsible for the death of an innocent unborn child.
It wasn't supposed to turn out like this, all right?
How did you think it was supposed to be? Your boss gave you a mask and a gun and told you not to let anyone leave.
It was his job. 5 minutes, in and out. He made the plans, we followed. There wasn't supposed to be real flesh and blood people involved.
You're not done with this. Come on. Like you told me, Lansing screwed you over more than once. What's your point? My point is, don't chain me out here while that idiot gets my daughter shot. Ow.
What's that about? Mr. Spencer's being detained by the PCPD. He's a danger to himself and the hostages. He's probably going to ask you to help him out. Under no circumstances are you to do that. He'll act on impulse and end up getting a bunch of people killed.
Well, that's the police department's business, isn't mine.
Thanks a lot, pal. Maybe I can do something for you sometime. Clown. God. Cops, huh? You got any kids? I got 2. Maybe you know my son, Lucky. He's one of these stupid cops. I know. What are you gonna do? I did my best. But my daughter, she's 18. She's got her whole life ahead of her. I just want to make sure she lives to see it. She's in there. Come on, I'm not one of these guys that's gonna go off half-cocked and get a bunch of people killed. I'm not!
I know who you are.
I'll cover you, I swear. I'll make sure that they think I got myself out of this.
Okay. Glad to see you. This is a good start. We need to get a triage set up, at least 3 tents and enough supplies.
It's covered.
Look, I just put in the request a couple of minutes ago. How could it be covered?
We were already on our way. Not the only one to concede the potential for serious casualties, Dr. Drake.
You're missing all the excitement. The tattooed priest killed one of my men, but not to worry, he was shot for his trouble. I knew you'd want to come back and be a part of things.
I'll make you a deal. I told you that I know the code to the briefcase. I'll give you the code if you let Carly go.
Wow. What have you done to win such devotion? I mean, this man would like to St. Peter to protect you.
He's not lying. He knows the code.
Well, then I take it to reason you know it too.
No, I don't.
Well, there's no way for me to find out.
Sure there is.
You're telling the truth.
Listen to me. Luke Spencer gave you 3 numbers. By the time he got to the 4th, he was bluffing.
And I have your word on that, do I?
The next number in the sequence was 4. I'll give you the last 2 once you release Carly.
You're quite a wheeler dealer, aren't you?
The cops know you're waiting for the vault to open. As soon as it does, they're gonna come get you, Mr. Craig.
Well then, how fortunate that the vault's going to be open earlier than they think.